What's going on? What's going on? Hopefully everybody can hear me just fine. Hopefully my mic sound okay. I've been playing around with these settings for this microphone. Or like some days it sound good, some days it don't. Hopefully it sound all right today. What's going on, everybody? Yes, I'm doing a night show. I do that every blue moon. Every blue moon. I wanted to go on this morning. I ended up having some important things to do. And I ended up oversleeping because for whatever reason last night I couldn't sleep worth shit. I didn't. I was up fucking around listening to Zero all late at night in the clouds listening to Zero. Tried to go to bed. Ended up going to bed at like 4 a.m. So when 9 a.m. came, I was still half dead. When I finally got up, I had shit to do. So here I am. Here I am going on tonight. I normally say shout out to the early bird squad because when you're going on at 9 a.m., it's kind of early. People, getting up, so I shout them out, but I'm still shouting out the first few comments, even though it's not early, but you're still the early bird squad and that you posted early. I guess. Melody came through with the first comment. What's going on? Aaron B in the building. Cleomatic. What's going on? He says, hey, let's go. Let's go. Cut to the chase, says Bernard with the late show today. Yes, absolutely. D-Rock Den in the building. Aaron B says, Melody, now you are on Bernard channel. She been hanging out for a minute. Kenny Conjo in the building. He says, good evening, Bernard Riley and everyone. This is a surprise. Yes, it is. I'll probably wrap it up around 10 o'clock. I ain't going to be on too long, but got to do a little something today. Don't want Monday to go by and not just do a little something. Stoic One in the building, my man Game Changer in the building. New, what's going on? He says Bernie in the late night thing. Absolutely. Excalibur, what's going on? Yeah, Prophet of Thought. I'm in here. He says, oh snap, Brother Bernard live at night. Yeah, doing a little something. Into Aaron B. Yeah, see, that's why Melody's here. She drops my links. She drops the links. She drops the Cash App and the Patreon and all that good. I don't know about all them hearts, Melody. Like, replace them with some thumbs up. That ain't Valentine's Day. You got the hearts everywhere and shit ain't love connection. Put some thumbs up in there. Mix it up with some thumbs up or something. Thumbs up and dollar signs and I don't know. Going wild with the hearts. Going wild with the hearts. But yeah, we in here. We are in here. People gradually filing on in. I don't even know what I'm expecting for a turnout on a rare late night show. He says I'm a heart person. Yeah. Keith in the building. What's going on? But yeah, been a lot of shit going on, a lot of things I wanted to get on over the weekend. Everybody been covering that damn Tommy Lauren shit. I was going to touch on that today if I did a full show today. I was going to let that be like the second back end part of the show. Shout out to Bernard. Hold the hell on. Hold the hell on. Shout out to Bernard in the $40 Nation. When did I become a part of the $40 Nation? I mean, are you like including me in $40 Nation? I'm not 100% sure what $40 Nation. I just recently found out what $40 Nation was about. And I found out y'all be paying $40 for it. I thought that was a little low. My first question is what do it look like when you pay $40 for it? That's what I was on. So I don't know about you $40 Nation folks. That $40 is a little low. Okay, so he confirmed he's including me in $40 Nations. I've never paid $40. Or as Blaze Stampede says, $40. I've never paid $40 for it. Never. $40 is a little low. Silent Lamont says, Bernard, it's because we're paying 20 now. Damn. You're still paying 40 because you're generous. Y'all are wild. Y'all are wild. You said, how is masculinity competitive? We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. And as James Johnson says, get the likes up. Get the likes up. Let's get those likes up. I haven't even hit the like button because I don't even got the YouTube feed up. So I'm gonna go and hit the like button on my own shit. Little background noise. And we got 46 likes, 2 thumbs down. Let's get those likes up. Let's do it. Let's get it. I'd like to thank everybody that came in here today. I think it's an obvious thing. Just I got a clip I'm going to play that sort of illustrates the point a little bit. But it's a sort of an obvious thing that masculinity is more competitive. That men are in general more competitive than than women. That part is an obvious thing, you know. Men in a locker room, we start, going back and forth, jaw jacking, talking shit, our conversations can be competitive. Barbershop talks are competitive. And we see that trickle down to, or extrapolate, I should say, to these conversations here. That they get competitive. Men start competing when they're talking. And men do that more than feminine women. A feminine woman is more likely to be quiet and listen. But a really masculine man in the conversation, he's going to make sure he's heard. He's going to make sure that his words, really come through. He's going to make sure people shut the fuck up. And he may even tell them to shut the fuck up if need be, to make sure he gets out what he needs to say. And look at this, young manhood in the building came through with the first super chat of the day. Thank you, I appreciate that. Appreciate that, young manhood, putting something on it. But yeah, we generally understand that. The perception is when women talk, they talking over each other, and yeah, it's the cackling hen thing. They just running their mouth, just yeah, 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 yeah. So there's an aspect of that where they can, be competitive, but in general, we understand that men are more competitive than women. Men, make more money in business, because they're more competitive. They negotiate, better salaries. They're competitive. They're stern. That's part of what masculinity is. And we generally understand that, when feminists talk about the pay gap, one of the things that they, don't average into the equation when it comes to, somebody getting a raise, somebody who's making, $120,000 a year. When it comes to that raise, that raise could either be 130. They could either go up to 130,000, 140,000, or 150,000, depending on what they put their fist on the table and negotiate. And are they willing to walk if they don't get what they want? Now, men are more likely to do that. Men are more likely to do that. So in that sense, men are more driven. They got more passion when it comes to things, Whether we talking about something big or we talking about something small. Silent Lamont says, Bernard, facts, studies have shown that men are more likely to negotiate their salary. Right. Men are competitive. Men have built all that they have built. Part of it is for competitive reasons. Like one thing that I've said this on the channel before, a man who let's just say he goes to medical school and men dominate that field. But there's a similar field that women dominate, when it comes to being a veterinarian. Now, I didn't know this until I was actually dating somebody who was about to wrap up, about to finish up being a veterinarian. And I found out from her that literally, a veterinarian literally has to go through everything that a doctor has to go through, have to take all the same extremely hard organic chemistry classes and all of the basically everything that a doctor has to do and has to learn in order to become a doctor. A veterinarian has to learn the same thing, but they got to learn a little bit more because they got to know how to do some surgery on not just one animal, not just on the human animal. They got to know how to, do the same shit on dogs, cows, cats, and lizards and iguanas. So they got to know more. But a good veterinarian might make 100,000, might make a little less, might make a little more. But we know doctors liable to make a 500,000. No man, no matter, well, the vast majority of men, no matter how much he loved the animals, he ain't about to sit there and do the same amount of work to make $300,000 less. Not about to do it. Not possible. Is it's just the drive in a man that if he's smart enough and he's capable enough to where he has the intellectual scruples up there to be able to actually get through medical school and pass the MCATs and do all of that. If he got it up there to do that, he's going to make as much money as possible. We're competitive. A woman could have that same intellect, but she will still pursue something that she really likes, something that she loves, something that may very well be easier, but the process of becoming a veterinarian isn't easier. But, a lot of women, they love the animals and they'll go into that. They'll go into that and they'll do that. So that's what I'm talking about. Part of what I'm talking about there when I say that the masculinity is competitive, the femininity is cooperative. Now, what prompted me to even start thinking down this path is a stream that I seen, and I coincidentally jumped right in at the right moment. Uh-oh, somebody is bringing up some old shit. I'm just playing. Black Caesar says, Bernard, that dude MD, I think that's MGTOW Dictionary, was reaching by saying that mode 1 is manipulation without actually owning the book. The big unk ARC broke it down what is really transpiring between dominant males versus beta males. Well, yeah, I disagree with him. I enjoyed him. I enjoyed my guess, but I disagreed with him. What up, Ed? I disagreed with him on mode 1 being manipulation. It's no way that you can say, I told him he had a tough sell. If he's trying to convince people that being straightforward and upfront with somebody is manipulating them, you're putting an offer on the table for them to say yay or nay, upvote or downvote. So that's, I know he draws a hard line, takes a hard stance against dating coaches, but I think you got to give a little bit in an argument. So it's fair to acknowledge a dating coach who's preaching a direct method of dating is not teaching men to manipulate women. I think that's the piece of it where you just have to give on that one. You have to give. And in arguments, it's good to give a little bit. Like he can maintain 95% of what he was saying in general about dating coaches, and people could agree or disagree or debate that, but I don't think you can debate whether or not just a pure conversation where a man initiates the conversation and is upfront with a woman and try to say that it's manipulation if he's being direct. I think most people agree. Yeah, he kind of lost the audience on that one. He said some good stuff, but it was some things he said that I disagree with. But he brought the heat. He's entertaining, and he has some good stuff to say. I bring him back. It was I enjoyed him. Mode 1 It's not manipulation, but it's not a magic trick either. Right. I don't think it's sold as a magic trick. I don't think it's advertised as a magic trick. Sister George, I'm not going to fall for your small subtle splash of fuckery that you just came and just dropped that into the chat. I'm not gonna fall for that. So get the hell on with that bullshit. And I say that with a smile. But that was a small splash of fuckery for no damn reason. What am I looking for? For guys that don't know, what she was doing is she wants me to talk about something. So she brought up something related to just prompt me to start talking about it. You know, there's a specific thing that she wants to answer to. So she just threw out something related. She just trying to prompt me to start talking about something. That's all that's going on there. That was a small splash of fuckery. But in a lighthearted way, I just politely say, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. With a smile on my face. You ain't losing your wrench over that one. You're working on it though. You working on it. Hopefully I can see my screen shared. What I'm about to play for y'all is a interesting conversation. Now, I used to listen to her a while back because she used to go in about something that I found real interesting, and I made a response video. You know, she's one of those, kick dirt on black men, but I love black men type of chicks. It's cool. It ain't not a big deal. Is what it is. But every blue moon, I will jump in there and just hear something. Just hear what she's talking about every now and then. This is Tanya TKO for those that don't know. And so I'm about to play a clip about something interesting that has a lot to do with what I'm talking about. And Sister George, you hanging out because after I play this clip, I do want to get your answer, get your response to something after I play this clip.
Yeah, but you know what it's like? It's like people who are socialized as males don't understand that freaking mansplaining and talking over a woman is rude. God damn. It's like I get so many people who are socialized as males who come onto these lines and talk over me, and it's annoying, it's frustrating, and it is the antithesis of femininity. Notice that I don't get into these exchanges with bio women who come onto the line because there's just a basic level of decent respect that exists in the feminine. The feminine is cooperative. The masculine is competitive. And it's like, I got to sit up here and start screaming just to have a conversation. I'm like, please, let's stay on code. Let's stay on point. We only have 25 minutes. And you're filibustering, talking over me and going off into some other points that have nothing to do with what it is that we're talking about. What are the similarities? What are the similarities that as a grown person, your breast buds grow?
And what I said to you in the beginning is what I feel a similarity. See, you'll never be able to tell me how to be a
All right. Somebody said, I am woman, hear me roar. Right. Yeah. All right. I think I didn't go back far enough. I missed the part where she said, now I have to get into my masculine. Because the person she was talking to kept cutting her off and interrupting her. And she was saying that she was calling that, a masculine trait. being competitive in the conversation. And then she basically saying, I had to get competitive and start talking over you and start getting into her masculine. And do y'all agree that when she got amped up and motivated and all, raging on like that, do y'all agree that she got in her masculine? And to be feminine is to be cooperative in a conversation. Sister George, if you're still listening, you could say that tell me if you agree that when she had to start raising her voice at the person to talk over the person that she had to get into her masculine to do that. Let me know if you agree. Simple question. Simple question. He said, I didn't see the switch. Well, you didn't see how she was talking at first, She was trying to talk in her little soft voice and da-da-da. And then she went to sounding like DMX. Got into her masculine. Sister George said, no, she didn't have to get into her masculine. I think you don't have wised up to You don't think that she was masculine? Is that true, Sister George? You don't think that was a masculine act, what she was doing? What do you think it was then? What do you think it was then? Because a lot of times, quite often, y'all will say that when y'all have to get really firm and stern with somebody, that you're tapping into your masculine. A lot of times, that what y'all will quite often say. Look at that, Jack. Jack 3D says she had a masculine tone while preaching femininity. Very masculine. Very masculine. Feminine women do not behave in that way. Now, Sister George opted to run because she knew where I was going. That's why she opted to run. I had her right there for the setup, and then she just went in between the ropes and just ran out the ring and just went down the tunnel. Screaming and yelling is not feminine. That is true. Okay, you're still here. So do you agree that she got masculine? Do you agree that she got into her masculine? Well, I didn't play it from the right spot when she had started cutting. She had to start cutting the person off because the person was cutting her off. So she had to get real firm and masculine with the person that she was talking to. She had to talk over that person. She had to shout the person down. She basically had to say, I'm talking, you shut the fuck up and you cooperate with me. The goal was to be firm and aggressive and put that person into a back down feminine posture, basically. D-Rock Den in the building. What's going on? DJ Cuda in the building. What's up? What's up? We got to get a one-on-one together, DJ Cuda. D-Rock Den, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. He says it's different as a content creator, though. I'm literally struggling with that. You see, what's going on here and what I see happening in these spaces, when a woman has to do that, When a woman has to get loud and firm and shut somebody down like that, she gets accused of being masculine. She had to get into her masculinity to do it. But whenever a man in these spaces, and hold on, and the women, they will agree that they had to get in their masculinity in order to do that. But whenever a man in these spaces does a similar thing that y'all would previously agree that was masculine when the woman did it, when a man does it, y'all do the spin move and try to say he's being emotional and effeminate. Ed already knew where I was going. Damn, knew. She pinning the dude over a couch and yelling, "How about that?" You see, what I notice here in this space is that there's a tactic that's used in a lot of these conversations. That if a man gets firm and he gets loud and he gets aggressive, well, he's being emotional. He's being emotional. He's being effeminate. But you just agreed that that same action was masculine when a woman did it. So why are you then trying to flip it around and say an action that's masculine when a woman do it is somehow effeminate when a man do it? If it's masculine when a woman do it, then a man, raising his voice and calling the shot in the conversation, that should just be just what a man does. But it gets flipped around in these spaces, and a lot of guys, I feel, fall for that too, where y'all are quick to say that a guy is being emotional. I got accused of that. Because it's only been about 2 times where I got a little amped up. And I'm pretty level, and I don't get amped up or start yelling that much. But when me and Information Man had a little back and forth, Information Man, he be he get to growling and barking and pounding the table. You kind of got to yell back at Information Man. And I got accused of being emotional in that conversation. And the other time was with Psychopathius. Shout out to him. He hopped on the panel. He disagreed, which I like when I have a somewhat controversial topic. Like I think X was on, and it was, why do pro-blacks defend bad behavior from black people, something like that. Psychopathius came up and gave the pushback. Shout out to him for that. And we went back and forth. It was all respect, but we had kind of got yelling a little bit, just a little bit. Nothing too much, nothing disrespectful. And somebody in the chat accused me of being emotional. But if we can agree, when a woman get loud and start raging out, when she get passionate, when she start beating her chest and grabbing her nuts and talking her shit, we call that masculine. That's a masculine woman, and it's a turnoff. But why is it in this space when a man does it, we're so quick to try to say that he's being emotional? Okay? We need to really narrow down the definitions between emotional and passionate. Here's an example of somebody being emotional. If the conversation is heated and testy and competitive and they going back and forth, it's 2 dogs barking at each other, that's kind of okay. If somebody presents some facts and somebody in the face of those facts don't want to accept those facts and they just start yelling louder to try to obscure those facts from being heard, they have no information, no intellectual rebuttal. So they just start yelling and cussing. Okay, we can call that emotional. We can say he's given an emotional response because he had nowhere else to go intellectually. We can call that emotional. But just if a man raises up like a man and asserts himself in that conversation in a firm and stern way, to just put it on the table that this is what it is, this is what I think, this is my perspective, and I'm putting it out there, and this is what it is. Wait, hold on, I'm talking, you gonna shut the fuck up and hear what I got to say. Now, there's various levels to that, but either way it go, men even in this space be calling a dude emotional. And I have to assume that that came from women. I have to assume that we're picking up a tactic from women, and we do that too much. Where we like, oh, now you acting like that's how them bitches be doing. Okay, sometimes it's good to point that out, because sometimes some dudes do be doing some shit that bitches be doing. But if somebody is just bringing passion and fire and brimstone to the conversation, we got to pump the brakes on that calling him emotional shit, because that's what they try to do. Even though they be loud, even though the women, they be loud as fuck and be trying to, talk over you and control and dictate the conversation. And then when you bark back at their ass or try to bark their ass down, they try to do the spin move and say, you're being emotional. That you're being an effeminate, emotional man for doing the same shit that they did that everybody identified was masculine when they did it. Do y'all see the fuckery there? Do y'all see the spin move there? Do you see the attempt to dim our lights so they can shine type shit that's going on there? Men keep calm under pressure. Women get emotional. Thanks for the super chat dollar washer. And that's how I am. I tend to keep calm under pressure. But sometimes passion comes into the conversation. You can go all over. You can look at over in Parliament and all, like they be clowning over. They be clowning. You go look at them over in Britain, and they be clowning. The high ups into their politicians be over there showing the fuck out, getting live. Aizen Sama says, for the grown man content, keep it coming, brother. I'll try. I'll definitely try. I'll definitely try to keep it coming. Definitely will. And Melody came, I don't know if that's the same one or if she came through with another one. Either way, I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. Thank y'all for the super chats. I don't be knowing when I do rare night shows, I don't be knowing what to expect. When I do the morning Saturday shows, they be jumping. We have 400 people in here this Saturday that just went by. I might not do another Saturday. I don't know. Oh, here y'all go. Y'all on some bullshit. The fatter they are, the louder they are. You choked me on that one. Okay, cool. Came through with 2 super stickers. I appreciate that. Melody be supporting the channel. Be dropping the super chats. I mean super stickers on all the time. Terrence B, what's going on? Says great show. Great show. Omega says, he says sweep the leg. New says sweep the leg. Yeah, but that be going on a lot in these spaces. A man says, do 7 days a week, keep grinding. I don't know about that. I be needing a break from this shit. Shout out to Third Ward, fourth quarter talk. I shared y'all last stream. By the way, I don't know if y'all noticed that I shared it. Do that from time to time. To help people out when they getting the channel off the ground. Dish out a little assist. Jacob in the building with a super chat. All right, I said what I had to say. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. Sister George said I be needing a break too. That's why I don't really be on panels no more. After I do my own shit, I be exhausted. Coach Ali in the building. What up, 3D Burns? And I tried to click on Coach Ali. There you go. Coach Ali in the building is working that night shift. I'm trying. I missed the morning shift today. So I had Had to drop a little something to make up for it. Had to drop a little something to make up for it. The link is in the chat. Somebody can come up. Anybody can come up. Don't make me end this motherfucker early. Don't make me end it early. Okay, I really need somebody else to come up because I don't really like Sister George. I'm just playing. What's up? What's up? What's
Stop
going on?
lying. You fucking love me. Make me sick. No, I literally struggle. Okay, because you can get a panel full of women who can be very loud, very boisterous. The same with the men, very loud, very boisterous, because sometimes conversations get very heated. Um, then I'm not the type of person that always corrects females. Like I rarely like be like, girl, you don't need to say that like that. I'm probably like the most like I just don't correct. I don't really like to correct people like that. So I'm not very good at that, especially as it pertains to adults. And so people will get loud, boisterous, and I won't necessarily. I just think conversations get passionate, but I now I'm trying to do instead of arguing and yelling and jumping in the middle of that. Like if it's my show and I have something to say, I'll just mute your ass up. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say on my show, and
Right.
so I have to look at it from that standpoint. Now, if I'm on somebody else's show, generally I'm not gonna try to overtalk them or whatever. Or if I'm on a panel and everybody's yelling, 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna back down. I'm gonna sit somewhere in the corner, and I typically do that on my own show. If I want to kind of let people get their grievances out, I'll let them go at it for a minute, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna just mute everybody up and we'll reset and we'll start again. But that's the best way I done figured out.
Yeah. Have you noticed? I mean, I haven't seen it in a while on your show, but I know it happens where dudes get called emotional when they're being passionate, or if they just getting loud and a little, asserting themselves in the conversation with a little sternness. Do you notice that sometimes the chicks and sometimes the dudes will fuck around and start saying he's emotional? You notice that?
Yeah, I'm guilty of that too.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you be on that fuckery too. Okay, good. I'm glad you admitted that. Aqua Dragon. I think I said your name right. I hope I ain't fucking
Yes,
that
sir,
up.
you did. Oh, no,
Aqua
no.
Dragon.
You forgot the 88.
Yeah, Aqua Dragon 88. What's going on?
My,
Welcome
my
to the
man.
show. Welcome to the show. Hold on. Ultimate Black Man Radio. What's up? He said, Sister George, I've taught you well. LOL. Hashtag cooperation.
Hush, Gabe.
Who is that?
Ultimate Black Man Radio. You guys should go subscribe because Gabe gives it, and he
Gabe.
does not
This not
hold.
Gabe. This not Gabe A. Is it?
No, 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 no.
Okay. That's only Gabe I knew. When you said Gabe, I thought you were talking about Gabe A. So I'm thinking that he have some other alias
No,
channel or something that he go on. Okay. All right.
no,
Well,
but
salute and shout out to Ultimate Black Man Radio. I haven't listened to your work or seen your work, but shout out to you. Shout out to you.
good channel.
Okay. Cool. Um. Aqua Dragon 88. What's up, man? What you got on
Ain't no
the
much,
topic?
man. You know what? Hey, this is a very good topic, man, because I think a lot of females are competitive and aggressive, and it is like a very repellent energy. You know what I'm saying? It's not very welcoming. You know what I'm saying? And that really frustrates us men when they're too, abrasive and masculine, and the shit's just like fucking toxic, man. Very toxic. With
Can
women
I
who are
ask you a
feminine.
question? I'm sorry.
No. I don't go to George.
Okay. Can I ask you a question, you and
Go ahead.
Bernard? So do you think, okay, when women behave like that, do they behave like that, or is that the behavior, or is that how they approach you?
Well, it depends on the women that I'm interacting with. Like sometimes, like they'll approach me like that, or
We lost you for a second, or either I or did my Sister George? Can you hear
No, I
me?
can hear you. I can
Could
hear
you
you. I
hear
can't
him?
hear him. No, I
Okay,
can't
so
hear him
yeah,
now.
Aqua Dragon, we lost you. Aqua Dragon 88. Well, we try to figure out what he's talking about. I don't know what you mean by. What do you mean by approach me like that? Like a
Okay, because
woman?
you can see women interacting with other women or whatever, and then women can interact with men and have a totally different attitude. And so what I'm trying to figure out, is it a total overall thing, or like just women acting like that out and around about public, or is this just women's behavior towards you? Are they aggressive towards you?
No. Some women, some women are more masculine than others, and women who are more masculine than others, they tend to just be more masculine than others. Some get loud and some don't. Some, are meek and mild, and some are not.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's more or less how it works. I mean, I know what you're fishing for. What
I'm just
you
making sure you ain't
what
getting big Bernie over there, like.
what you were trying to do is just is take the fuckery off the shoulders of the woman and try to say that, well, if women are just talking to you like that, maybe you are the problem. That's
I'm
what you
just
was
making
really
sure.
trying to
Bernard, you
do.
have to be objective here. You don't. Never mind. I'm gonna get on up out of there. I'm out.
Well, you know what? Let me pitch in now. Some women will act disrespectful, aggressive to certain men if they perceive them as weak. So it don't matter if he's a man. I should just
Okay.
respect him on the base level. If I see him as weak and beta, I'm gonna act aggressive. But if I come to a real masculine man who ain't gonna tolerate that shit, who might bang me in my fucking mouth, not saying he would, or he might, whatever, then I'm gonna come at him more correct. You see what I'm saying?
That's where I was
Now,
going with it, Uncle.
Yeah,
right,
I know
Dragging
where y'all
things.
right,
going. I know where y'all going with that. But the way that it normally play out is that, okay, let's just say a man is masculine, and let's just say that woman is one of them getting loud, beating her chest, grabbing her nuts, talking her shit type of women. Okay, if she like that masculine dude, yeah, of course, then she gonna act a certain way at first. But let's just say she end up in a relationship with him over time, she's going to become her actual self. She's not going to, she's going to default to whatever she is. And if that's what and who she is, I don't buy that idea that because he's masculine that a woman is going to just go through a metamorphosis and just be a new person forever and always, forever and ever. Hey man, no, no, no. She's going to end up being herself eventually. I think a lot of dudes who be, beating their chest, talking they alpha shit, saying I don't have them problems with women, they quite often talking about short term situations. If all you're doing is just fucking a chick, then she only got to be feminine for the amount of time it take for you to bust a nut. So
right.
that ain't really you're not really doing shit. If you can get that same exact combative bitchy loud talking her shit woman, you know to act right for a 5 year relationship, okay, then you've probably then okay, then I'll concede to the power of your alphaness at that point. But typically, a woman who out of pocket is just gonna be out of pocket, and she just gonna end up having to get with a weaker dude who just willing to put up with her shit and willing to bend for her instead of her bending for him. That's typically how that ends up playing out.
And you
That's
know
a good
what, Bernard?
point.
And check this out. See, women who are very feminine and sweet and elegant,
Mm-hmm.
those women have more power over men than the masculine women. Like a woman like that, 'cause I was talking about this last night. A woman like that will get more out of me. You know what I'm saying? Just
Oh
automatically
yeah,
based on her feminine grace. You know what I'm saying? And also like she will actually like calm me down or give me or keep me at a certain so I won't be too abrasive on her because her femininity complements my masculinity. You see what I'm saying? And
yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
That's very true. That's yeah. Yeah, my woman, she real sweet. She real sweet, and she be having me having to catch myself. Like, hold on, now I'm out here simping. Now let me pull it together. Now she just so sweet. She got me doing all kind of dorky shit with her and stuff. But anyway, but
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what
Oh,
I'm saying.
that's
but
so
yeah.
cute.
Oh, shut up, shut up, shut the hell up, shut the hell up. Anyway,
Exactly.
but no.
Yeah, don't fall
A
for that.
real, yeah, a feminine, sweet woman. Yeah, she will. Yeah, she will make you're more likely to bend a little bit for her. I get that. I get that.
Right, right. Let me talk about. Well, I'm about to say like the females who were very aggressive and abrasive and getting men's faces and all that shit. Like, I don't feel sorry for him if the dude knock him the fuck out. I'm just being real with you.
Oh, God.
I'm on some real shit. Is she up in his face?
On some Skeeter Mills shit.
Is she in his
You know,
face? Is she putting her hand in his face and she's hitting him, trying to get towards man's place? Then I see you as a man. Of course the courts ain't gonna agree, but I see you as a man. I mean, real shit.
I
Don't do shit like that.
I don't know how we got here on some Skeeter. Put one in the chat if you know who Skeeter Mills is. that's that's the skateboard. That's the one who Tony Hawk that chick. Okay, I need to quit laughing at that. The skateboard dude. That shit was not funny, but the only part that was funny was when he walked away. When he got done with his speech, he was like, "I'm Skeeter Mills." I was like, "How you gonna hit a chick with a skateboard, knock her out, then announce your name on the video, you dumbass?"
No, he was dead wrong for that, man. He was dead
He
wrong.
was dead damn wrong, but I'm Skeeter Mills, nigga. That shit was funny.
The fuck?
The Skeeter Mills part was funny, but yeah, he's dead wrong, Benjamin D'Souza, what's up, man? What you got? What's going on?
Peace to the panel. I just want to tell a quick story about the Bible says a calm word turns away wrath. So with the brother Aqua, what's his name?
Aqua Dragon 88.
Okay. Yeah, what he said about how feminine women who have a more softer demeanor gets more out of him, that is correct, because that applies to me as well. Quick story. My mother recently retired this year. So I was driving her down to Arkansas because she moved back down to Arkansas to retire, right? I was taking my daughter with me as well. My daughter's 4. And you know how kids are in the car, right? We're on the way back driving. I think we're going through St. Louis or whatever. And she's getting on my nerves with the "are we there yet?" You know how kids are, right? And so I tell her, I'm like, be quiet. But she wasn't talking to me. She was talking to my mother. And she says, "Daddy, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Grandma." Now, had she said it in a harsh tone, she would have got a stern reaction out of me. But what she said was correct, and she said it soft, and she said it, in a feminine way. So, my mother laughed about it, and I just kind of smiled to myself and was like, you know what, she's right. She wasn't talking to me.
Okay, so you basically is saying because your daughter was so sweet in that situation that you basically just softened you up, and
right.
you ain't want to get all go, you ain't want to go upside her head. Not that you be doing that, but I see what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
It's kind of like it's kind of like Hulk. It's kind of like the Incredible Hulk. You know how like back in the old TV show or comic books, how the woman was always able to calm him down and shit. Like in that new Hulk movie, how he was on the table raging, and then the woman hopped on top of him and calmed him down. It's kind of like that. That's the power of a feminine woman.
Hey, Blaze the Stampede.
Yes,
You
sir.
ain't shit. He says, "My name's Skeeter Mills. Is the new I am Spartacus."
Yo, I'm done with y'all niggas.
Nigga,
This is Sparta.
I am Skeeter Mills. Everybody keeps staring us. Oh,
Hey,
shit,
fellas, I have a question for y'all too. And Twisted George too. You know I keep saying the name, but it's a reason. You know Myra from Family Matters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now that's an epitome of a very feminine, sweet woman. Like a woman like that, most men would die for because she has the full package.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, but she was. I mean, she was a little obnoxious with it, but
True, that's true.
But yeah, no, she was definitely sweet. I liked her. He said, Yeah, Myra. That was you. Sound like you was really into Myra. I like Laura, but Myra.
Okay. I didn't like Steve, Stefan, Urkel, Eddie, Waldo, the daddy. I didn't like none of them.
Nah,
Bruce
you
Leroy. You didn't like Bruce Leroy?
You was feeling Carl Winslow. You was feeling Carl.
No, child. I didn't want to push up nobody's belly.
You wanted to rub on that. You wanted to rub on that belly at night. Quit lying.
In that hairline.
Oh my God.
He did need to cut all that shit off, by the way.
He's a hairline nigga. What GC say? A hairline nigga?
Hairline nigga.
He's a hairline nigga before a hairline nigga.
Oh
No, but
shit.
somebody said in the chat that soft disrespect is still disrespect. And I thought that that was a
Mm.
very, very excellent point
Mm-hmm.
because I tend to get, and that's my method, I tend to
Yep.
get a lot of shit passed because I say it nicely
You
and
don't
it
say.
works. Oh,
Yeah.
it works.
You don't
Yeah.
say.
Soft
I do say
disrespect
it.
and like very passive disrespect. That's how a lot of women slip it in, you know. Ones who, you know, ain't on that full blown outright disrespectful fuckery, they will just do it in a passive dismissive type of way. They'll so yeah, women definitely be on that bullshit and I could definitely see that. I could definitely
Mm-hmm.
see that out of, you know, Sister
Mm-hmm.
George try to
But never mind.
go
Soft
ahead.
disrespect is
Go ahead and
still
tell on
better than
yourself.
hard disrespect, though. No,
Yeah,
I know
keep
I do it because
That's
it's
true.
better.
That's true. I agree.
It's still better than somebody being loud and boisterous and in your face and saying craziness. And
Can I ask you a question?
sometimes it's not necessarily soft disrespect. It's just something that you may not like, but it may not be even disrespect. It just may not be what you want to hear.
Can I ask you
Ben
a
said he
question?
wanted to ask her 3 questions
Uh,
and ask her to give you 5 examples.
Come on, you know how I'm rocking. But now, Sister George, would you say that in these cases, when you implement the soft disrespect, is it warranted or is that just you being malicious?
No, now generally, I'm not generally an aggressive person as far as it goes down to drama and beef.
Hmm.
Um, more likely than not, I only approach people if they've disrespected me, then I'll come back with them. And sometimes
Right.
not even then.
Right.
So no, listen. Sometimes not even then because it takes a lot to get me to a point and I don't want to be able to be pinpointed as to when I'm going to be reactionary. So I don't like to react every time somebody pushes a button because I don't want you to know when I'm gonna come and get your ass. And so I
That's
don't just
petty.
react. No, it's not petty.
What you basically just
Because if
described, no, you like to save shit to argue about. That's what you
it's
like
not
to
me
do.
saving anything to argue about, but sometimes it may not be appropriate. Sometimes I may have
No.
other things going on. No, because I've gone through this. I've been in this space. I've been disrespected so many times, and not every time is warranted a comeback or warranted a pushback or warranted like it's not warranted for me to go off on a person right then. But
Okay,
Right.
I thought you was
and I
talking
can.
about more so in your personal life. Like if your
Oh
man
no,
do
no,
something,
no.
you'd be like, no,
No,
he
I
don't
don't
know
disrespect my man. Period.
he don't know that I know that he did that, but I ain't gonna talk, I ain't gonna bring it up right now. I'm gonna wait like a
No, I
week.
don't. No, I feel like
I'm gonna
now.
wait for him to ask me to do something, and then I'm gonna bring this shit up.
No, I don't. No, no. Generally with me, no, because he's good. I'm good. We cool. We cool. We know how to talk. We know how to communicate. Famous last words.
Now,
Because
have
you
You
bragging on
you
your
you
shit, that shit
you
fall
you
apart.
you
have
talk,
you
he listen. All right, go ahead, Ben.
Have you ever utilized this tactic to be malicious, to come after somebody who didn't necessarily warrant it, but you just did it just to have fun?
Anybody I go after has it coming to them. Anybody I go after has it coming to them. I don't go at anybody unwarranted. They have had to have done something. If I'm coming after them, they've done something to me. I don't
Fo-
go at anybody just for the sake of going at anybody. I have a very fulfilling life. I'm good. No, I don't do that.
Follow up
That's silly.
question. Follow up
Yeah,
question. Is there a segment of the female population who does?
absolutely.
Is there a segment of the female population who does it in a soft manner and a hard manner,
Yeah,
just to
absolutely.
be malicious?
Absolutely.
Now, why do you think that is?
I would think that certain parts of it could be how a woman look. Now, if you're talking about women versus women, are you talking about women versus women or women versus men? Because you
Women
keep
versus
talking.
women. We're talking about the
Okay.
women.
Now, with women, it could be a variety of things. If a woman is getting more attention than her, if the woman is prettier than her, if the woman has a better shape than her, if the woman is flyer than her, if the woman has a man that treats her right and sends her flowers, um, it could be if the woman has nice hair, it could be a variety of things that a woman will go after another woman for, and we just a variety of things, all kinds of stuff.
What about a woman going after another man in a malicious manner?
Um, Now it could be because the woman wants the man and the man doesn't want her.
Mm.
It could be because she's just a raging bitch. It could be like all these reasons vary, like why people do the things that they do. Um,
Why are some women raging bitches? Like why? Why?
well, we can start from the beginning. Somebody didn't give them enough love and attention when they were little girls. They didn't show them how it was to be loved as little girls. Nobody maintained that up to a certain point. Um, they were neglected at a certain point. So it's like self-esteem issues and shit. And so I think that's what the problem. I think that's what turns them into raging bitches. But I don't really think they're raging bitches. I just think they need some love. That's
Mm.
all.
I think a percentage of that shit is nature. It's on the bell curve. Just some women just come out the off the assembly line like that, and
Think so?
guys should just. I'm serious. I'm serious. Some women, not all, but some women come off the assembly line missing a few screws, and guys just need to avoid them. That's that.
But you know what?
That's
She might have
true.
a point because some of these guys that are like incels or murderers, some of these guys, the reason why they like this because they haven't got love from their mother or female affection from their mom. Some of these guys never got attention from females they age going like when they was in school, whatever. So, but I'm not getting that femininity from those females and no them affection. It turned them into raging, crazy, just maniac type motherfuckers. You
Yeah,
know
I
Wait,
what I mean?
think
wait a
that
minute.
can. I
Wait a
think.
minute.
Hold on.
Y'all ain't gonna kick him out the manosphere for saying it.
Why would he get kicked out for saying that?
Oh,
Saying
okay.
what?
Because when I say it, okay.
Oh
What
no,
did
Okay.
I say that
I
was wrong?
disagree with him. I disagree with him, and I was about to explain to him why. But I don't know
Oh,
why
okay.
he got to
I
get
was just
kicked
making
out for
because
saying
I
that.
didn't think you. You know what
Oh
was
no, no,
funny? I didn't think you was gonna give him no pushback. I
Oh
was
no,
waiting
no,
on the
no.
pushback from.
Oh no, because I've did a stream on what he was talking about, and I don't think that you can get to the point of being a murderous incel because you
I'm
didn't
not
get
making an
enough.
excuse for it. I'm not making an
Oh no,
excuse
no, no!
for
I
it.
know you're not making an
Yeah.
excuse for it. I think that you came off the assembly line missing some screws. If you would get to the point to where you're going to kill people who you don't even know because they're a certain gender and you don't like that gender or you don't like that race or you don't like that whatever. If you're going to get an automatic weapon and open fire on a crowd, and you don't even know any individuals in that crowd. Like that's what the Elliot Rogers of the world has done.
Yeah,
And when you
yeah,
research,
yeah.
and hold on, when you research those guys, you find out that they were crazy. Like if it wasn't the incel ideology, if they would have just adopted some fundamentalist, crazy Christian ideology, they probably would have been the people bombing abortion clinics. If they like for example the school shooter, not the school shooter, that guy who killed a bunch of kids. I think it was that Sandy Hook shooting. He was crazy. He had some fundamentalist Christian ideology, and he thought that if kids died before they made it to the age of accountability, they would automatically go to heaven. But if you let them become teenagers and they start sinning, and then they die sometime after that, they're going to go to hell. So to save those kids from hell, he thought it was best to just go ahead and off them all right there. That guy was crazy
Yeah,
first.
that's some
The
crazy shit.
Christian, the Christian, I know, but the Christian ideology and dogma that got seeped into it, that got inceptioned into his head, that was second. If you would have given him enough time in an automatic weapon, he would have found a cause to shoot some people. So that's how I feel about incels. So I don't think you become murderous because you didn't get enough attention or hugs from your mama or attention from women or none of that stuff. That can make you be just socially awkward and not know how to interact with women and end up, being a 25-year-old virgin and just can't figure it out. That can cause that. But if you're mentally healthy and just lacking attention and hugs, you're just going to be, a Call of Duty playing, acne face loser, but you're not going to kill nobody if you're mentally healthy. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, yeah.
I've always said that. And wise man asking for the link. I just realized that I want to see the Laker game on. I'm about to fuck around and shut it down to go watch some basketball on. Yeah.
Hey, question:
Oh,
are
the
they going to
Laker
let
game's going
football
on.
play?
I gotta
You
go,
know.
guys. I gotta go catch the game.
Oh, you so full of shit. You don't even know who
Facts.
playing. You going She
I
like,
didn't even know basketball was back on. I was
she
like,
like,
what?
yeah, because when LeBron James scored that touchdown in the bottom of the ninth, she don't know what the fuck
Right.
going on.
He was down in the count.
When they
2-0.
Yeah.
shoot, when they shoot a 3 point, I'd be like, field goal.
Yeah, she don't know what the fuck going on.
Don't play with me. I
All
probably
right.
can beat y'all. No, I couldn't beat y'all.
No, you can't.
I mean, she
I'm
probably
not that
could, man.
athletic anymore. I'm not that. I used to play basketball. I used to be good back in the day. But
Oh, really?
yeah, back in the day.
Who was your Quincy? So let me stop.
Okay, all right, hold on, let's quiz. Okay, what position did you play?
Point.
Okay, you played on the actual basketball team
Yeah, I played in
for your
junior
high
high and high
school.
school.
You played
Yeah,
point guard.
not point guard crazy.
Okay, what position you played?
Power forward.
Didn't you say point at first?
I was gonna
She said
say.
so.
Okay, you making it
I
The
was
up.
way you
thinking.
said it.
No. I had to think
I
about it
She
mixed
because the
up
said
point
words.
she.
guard. No, but the point guard is the person who brings the ball down, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't play that position. So I was very defensive because I couldn't shoot. But I only got on the team because my grandma was cool with the woman coach, but they went to church together. I
Oh,
took
I
Should
them
have
to
see.
my
said it
time.
with some
You get what I'm
authority.
saying?
Should have said it with some
But I
authority.
was good though. I starred in quite a few games. I was good. Thank you.
You
And
scored
I
in
ran too.
quite a few games. That means some
I
games
said
you,
I
some
started.
games.
I started in quite a few games.
I
Thank
know,
you.
but you sound like you got put on the team out of charity because
I did, but they found out I was decent and I could get a ball from a chick. Like I can get a ball from a chick.
you can get a ball from a chick. Okay, so
Yeah, I would
all right,
just go and snatch it from her and give it to my teammate, but I couldn't shoot it. So
okay. Good for
Okay.
you.
All
Good for
right.
you.
All right.
Ricardo Rodney in the building with a super chat. Thanks, I appreciate that. And wise man, go ahead. You got the mic. You got the floor. I'm about to step away from a brief moment. Y'all talk amongst yourselves.
What's up, brother Bernard?
What's going
Panel,
on?
how y'all doing? Hey, yeah, real quick. It was just something that you addressed earlier about men in this manosphere space being looked at as being emotional, as opposed to and then when women are the same way, like in that video, that sister was emotional, highly emotional, and it's like they get a pass for it because they women. And if a man is expressing any type of passion or emotion, then he's looked at as feminine. I say that when a man loses control of his emotion, then that's feminine. You know what I mean? Like a man up here, like he's crying every 3 minutes, or you know what I mean, and he can't control himself. I say that's a feminine trait. But to have emotion or to express passion as a man don't make you feminine. So, and I
And
think that's just a tool that women use in order to attack men, because women don't have physical strength. So what they do is they use their mouth, which is just as damaging as physical strength. That's my
now,
take.
just to build on that, Ricardo, how I see it as far as passion versus a man being an emotional, I think passion is when the man is using his emotions to convey a coherent point, as opposed to, let's say, a brother who is being emotional. He might not want to hear what I have to say, so he'll just adamantly try to shout me down and just do the la 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 la, I can't hear you type of shit. You know what I mean? That's the difference. That's, in my opinion, just to build on what you were saying, that's the difference between passion and being emotional.
Yeah, it's like passion could be short-lived. It's like you can be passionate. Like I'm pretty passionate about my personal ideas and what I think, but it's controlled though.
Mm-hmm.
Now I also think that changes the dynamics, because when you add women into the ingredient, then dudes do tend to be more emotional because emotion is injected into the conversation because a woman is present. But if it's just men and you talking, and for another man to be like, man, you getting emotional, yeah, that's kind of like, that's kind of reaching too far. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And call another man, well, I digress. Because to a degree, like, I don't know, that last live stream that you had with that MGTOW dictionary guy, he was kind of emotional. ARC didn't come on to the panel. I ain't trying to relive, old beefs and nothing, but ARC came on the panel. He was very respectful, and dude started attacking him. That's kind of emotional, if you ask me. It's like, where's this coming from? Now, it could be looked at as passion, but at what point does that passion extend the threshold and become emotion, or emotional or feminine? It's like if you arguing every point, like brother just said, da 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 da, you refuting his argument with just rapid fire conversation, and you're not letting another man talk. Yeah, that's kind of feminine, because that's what women do.
Yeah, part of what I was trying to do in the opening is, just try to draw some lines when, good normal male passion, just a good competitive masculine, men just going at it, just jarring, jaw-jacking with each other a little bit, being men, shit that go on in the locker room, in the barber shop. At what point do that get to the point to where somebody is being emotional? I think you got to get to a lot has to take place for me to go that far and say that a dude is being emotional. You did give a good example how ARC did come in peace. He was talking, and he was being book Allen and not panel Allen quite yet. He was being calm and explaining and breaking it down, and dudes start throwing little jabs at him and start trying to turn it into an argument, and then that just made it, get to that point to where they started yelling, and then at that point it probably could cross over to something that you would say is emotional, like somebody, starting shit, and the dude, he kind of started, he started trying to, get after him a little bit unnecessarily. So, I mean, I see how you could say that going to that point right there can make it go from the point of a passionate debate to just being full blown emotional. I get what you can be with that.
Yeah,
hold on, wait. Oh no, I thought I saw MGTOW Dictionary in the building. Somebody else, but cool. Well, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. He said MGTOW Dictionary episode was pretty good. New to the channel, red pilled in 2005. Salute to you. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate that. That was a good show. He brought the heat.
It was a good show because it showed the contrast. I mean, I was over here wilding out. Well, I had heard it a day after. But when he was saying Mode 1 was manipulation, I'm like, nah, man, like you can't, I think you did a good job in pointing that out, that you can't be manipulative if you're straightforward. Like, how is that manipulative, and I think that was just like his defense mechanism, because he really didn't have no answer for Mode 1. I mean, whether you agree with it as being an effective dating tool or something like that, that's fine. But you could be Mode 1 in life and get what you need. You know what I mean? I used to be that way, like kind of, how do you say, indirect about things. And then I always end up not speaking up for what I wanted. And I was like, man, bump that after I start hitting my 30s. And I'm like, nah, man, what I'm finna do is just go directly after what I want, speaking up for what I want. And I got better results. So, I mean, I don't think anybody can really argue against Mode 1 other than the ones that are too scared to really apply it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can agree. I can agree with that. It can be difficult at times, the way that he described it when he talk about how if you only want sex from that woman. Well, when he say let it be known in the first 5 minutes of the conversation, that's tough. That's difficult. Yeah, every dude ain't cut out for that one. But
True.
But yeah, but being direct is something that everybody should be trying to apply or just improve upon in as many areas of your life as possible. I definitely say that.
Yeah, because I had a brother at my job. I was telling him just today. I said, he was talking about how he was involved in a situation, he ended up getting played. And I told him, I said, man, you should have just been direct up front and just defined it. He preferred, I think, ARC talks about Mode 2, where he's going to be indirect and kind of like let it go the way it goes. And he ended up getting played. And I'm like, man, you should have just told her, like, this is what I want. I'm not going beyond that. And you would have probably got better results. That indirect stuff in my opinion, just don't work because you get hustled. It's like, well, you didn't have nothing to keep her. You didn't have nothing to hold her to. So, of course, you're going to play games with them. Women exploit the gray areas in life. So that's why a man always got to come with a structure and a plan, which is masculine in itself.
Right. I don't know. Okay. I don't know, Lotus Scalper. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I'll be down for hosting that one. I'll definitely be down for hosting a round 2 of that. That was definitely a damn good stream.
Well, it would have been it.
Oh,
go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well, wise man. Bernard, thank you so much for having me on your platform. You have been very polite tonight. I appreciate your hospitality. You fellas have a wonderful evening.
Me too.
Yeah, I caught that too. He kind of lightweight being sarcastic.
Man, that shit be funny.
Yeah, she try to use her softness. Yeah, I caught
Hey,
it.
hey, but to her credit though, I heard what she. I mean, to her credit though, like when
she
women
gotta,
are,
she gotta fake it till she make it with the being polite. You know, she's trying. But anyway, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I mean, I've never seen a feminine woman not really get anything out of a man. I mean, unless that man just hard pressing, But feminine women always are gonna get the results that they need from a man. Just like it's like when a woman's in her masculine, right, acting like a dude. I mean, a man's gonna be turned off by that. Like that woman in that video. I mean, what man gonna listen to that? He gonna leave. He gonna be like, I ain't dealing with this.
Oh, yeah.
But if she would have, I mean, hell, man, I've seen, women got men doing all kinds of stuff. That's where simping came from, So if she would have just said it with a politer voice or, maybe you can get your point across. But it just seems that some women, like, me personally, I'm married. I've been married 13 years. My woman's feminine. I got out of a relationship with the woman that was, like, in her masculine per se. And I was like, man, after that, I ain't dealing with that. And when I approached my new relationship, I guess you could say I was mode one with her, and from there she was always feminine. So I mean, it works if you get a feminine woman, but not all women is feminine. I got a mother that ain't feminine like that. And
do you think you can turn an unfeminine woman into a feminine woman?
It's gonna take so much work that you ain't gonna want to do it.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't think you can. Explain that when you said your mama was feminine. How that would explain?
Well, like for instance, my mother is a very she's always in her masculine energy. She's very aggressive. You feel me? So
a type of person.
She's one of them mamas that just cuss you out like you're a grown ass man, even though you're 5.
There you go. Yeah, she's abrasive. I love her. Can't nobody talk about my mom, but she's abrasive. And my dad is a very masculine man. He's very few words. So he
they
just
weren't
said, man, I ain't
very long.
No, they still together.
Oh shit, that's rare.
Yeah, they still together, 30 years. But I mean, a lot of that's religious and whatnot, and we don't really believe in divorce and that kind of thing. But
Okay.
I mean, he got his ups and downs though. You know what I'm saying? So, but he's masculine, but even then, like you said, a man gonna blow up. He'll tell her, man, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
I was just about to say how a masculine man dealing with which sounds like a ball busting woman.
He just got he got a high tolerance level. He got a high tolerance level, and when he reaches threshold, he just puts the hammer down, and then she complies. So it's like for a man to deal with a woman.
But hold on, is it like a temporary compliance? Like he cuss her out real good, it'll hold her for 36 hours. And then she come back on some bullshit,
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured. Yeah, that's how it'd be. It'd be a constant tug of war. Yeah, I know how that goes.
Fact. Yeah, I mean, it's like, and I understand what it's like. I think you was talking about before, like with your ex-wife. It's like it's gonna be a constant. Those women you can break them, but it requires so much patience that most men don't have that type of patience to deal with that type of woman. So he just leaves. I mean, because that's essentially what you got to do, because somewhere in their life they was damaged, wrong, somewhere, like like y'all was saying earlier, you wasn't loved or whatever the case may be, and it just goes south, and that bitterness sets in, and it just compounds problem. It compounds the problem. So, can they be fixed? Yeah, but I mean, wow, you got to have infinite patience with somebody like that. I don't have that kind of patience.
Right?
Yeah, me neither. Fuck that.
I can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I just would, it just, like I said, if you can get you a feminine woman, believe it or not, besides all the female fuckery and all that, feminine women are off the market very quickly.
So what would you say the percentage of American women who are feminine? What are the percentage? What's the percentage?
That's a good one. I say, being honest, about 5%, bro.
God damn.
Yeah, that's low.
I mean, that's just keeping it real. Like, I mean, because
he lowballed that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather go low and shoot high. You know what I mean? And expect a bit, But essentially, what it is you got a lot of women that are empowered by the social economics of this country. this country gives women power. So yeah, it's going, so because it gives them power, and at the advent of welfare and all these other systems that are in their favor, then yeah, man, they're not gonna want to submit. It's like, I can earn money just like you.
No, hold on, just real quick. I disagree that it gives them power. I do believe it gives them leverage to have a safety net, so they can have just enough to say, I don't need your money. I got my own job. That's like a bitch that's making 30,000 a year, saying I don't need your money because I got my own job, but she's making 30,000 a year. Like, of course she
Yeah.
needs more money, but she just has a job, so she can use that job as leverage to not submit to a man who's making $70,000-$80,000.
So it's like enough to feed the delusion,
Right.
essentially.
It's just
Yeah.
enough.
Gotcha.
It's just enough for to keep them afloat. Just enough so they can not comply.
I can
Yep.
agree with that. I can
Yeah,
agree with
that's
that.
how it be. Yeah, I don't like when people use the word power too. I mean, I feel like they technically don't got power, but yeah, leverage is a right way to word it. They have options. They have the option to go ahead and make their own money, even if it ain't that much. If it's enough for them to just get by and function and still be free to just do what they want and not have to answer to nobody, they'll do that. They'll make just enough to get by. And if they ain't making enough to get by and they got some kids, then okay, then they got the system to fall back on, keep them afloat,
Yeah.
a part-time Walmart job with some government assistance. They ain't living their best life, but they making it. They living the life of somebody who working an average or above average income. Well, I say an average income.
What
They
that
they
they
about
say?
Hey,
What
they
that
hey, you
they
living the
know what?
say?
life of
Essentially,
somebody making 50K.
She was selling weed, doing hair, and babysitting at the same
Oh
apartment.
yeah, she hood rich then. She hood
right.
rich.
Hey,
Getting
But
but you
that
know what?
getting
Would you brothers agree that, like, because I seen it, like I said, because my mother is very inner masculine all the time. I've seen it where it's like her and my wife won't get along in a sense, right? Because my wife's over here being feminine, and then she's teaching my sisters, and she's inner masculine. So it's like, essentially they looking at the feminine women like, oh, you messing the game up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we can do this, we can do all that. And then when they find a woman that's feminine, they saying, well, why you allowing, you see what I'm saying? Like, you messing it up for us. You giving too much of a good contrast.
Yeah,
Do you feel what I'm
game
saying?
changer. Yeah, game changer talk a lot about that. He got good theories and ideas on that. You kind of explained it, but yeah, that's when the
Yeah,
game
that's
changer
true.
be talking about a lot. How they don't want you to taint the market. It's like if every pizza place is selling some nasty ass pizza, somebody come out at the selling some good pizza where they putting a lot of extra cheese and sauce and overloading the toppings and all that shit. Oh, you gonna fuck up the game? We selling these bullshit ass pizzas for
How dare
for
you put
over
pepperonis on there?
yeah we
Yeah.
you're
we
supposed to put anchovies and shit on
overcharging for
there.
this nasty shit.
But
And
I do agree with Wise Man in the sense that they do have power socially within the community,
yeah,
because this is just my opinion. I do believe that a lot of men uphold their social status within the community that kind of enables that. Like
yeah,
the men are rewarding masculine women in a sense.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that. They do kind of cater to the manly, like the manly types of women. It's crazy. And then now you got an emergence. I mean, when you got a shift in masculine women versus and some of them in some situations dominating supposedly masculine men and making them feminine, because these dudes is conforming to some of these masculine women. Then yeah, man, that's when you got a problem. That's when all this gay stuff start coming out. No, no disrespect to any of them, but still, man, I mean, it is what it is. That's why you got this advent of these, soft dudes running around here.
Mm.
Now, I do believe that in some cases, how masculine women operate. Now, I've witnessed this. I want to get your guys' opinion, see how you come in contact with it. Where you'll come across a masculine woman just in your day to day, and she will be abrasive to you or slightly disrespectful to you, in a sense of that's her way of flirting with you. You know what I mean? And if you don't like I noticed that like ugly chicks, this kind of on the masculine side, if they like me, they'll kind of be rude to me if they're in a customer service setting. You know what I mean? So, and if I don't
But how
give
did you
you
determine that they liked you though?
just a glance,
Yeah.
just catching a glance from them, you know what I mean? And I think I'm a handsome guy, so I just assume that.
Okay, they'll be kind of rude with you when they talking to you, but then after the fact, you'll catch them staring or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see
Mm-hmm.
what you said. All right, I got
No,
you. I
fuck
got you.
that. Hey, I'm not a mind reader, so if you being rude, I'm assuming you're being rude based on what you show. I'm gonna be rude back. So if you're gonna flirt with me, be logical about it.
Yeah,
Like
But
you know
I'm
what I
just,
mean? That's just me.
but I'm just saying that could be a tactic, a mating tactic for a masculine woman. And I think they do it. They use it because it works on some guys. Like some guys will capitulate to that and crack a joke and try to make her laugh. And then once he does that, she sees, okay, he's capitulating to my advances. Let me go ahead and soften it up and see if I can exchange snaps or Instagrams or phone numbers with him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Just
Do you think that she's being like that because somebody might be around, like other women might be around, so she has to maintain that dominant stance, and so later on when you see her and she's smiling at you or whatever, it's probably because nobody else is around.
that could be a possibility as well. That could be a possibility as well.
Okay.
I don't know. I ain't in the business of trying to decode chicks' rudeness. I
Yeah,
agree
this
with
is
Aqua Dragon.
it's a rabbit
I'm
hole.
through. I see some rude. I see a rude chick. I ain't. I'm
Oh
making a
yeah,
left turn.
Exactly.
me
Yeah.
too.
You
I'm
better
I'm
be a
with you on
Myra
that.
off of Family Matters to get my
I'm
attention.
with you on that. I'm just saying that type of stuff goes on from my vantage point.
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I agree. I mean, I agree. That's like in school, if a girl like you, she'll hit you. But
mm-hmm.
I thought that was
Yeah.
retarded. I'm like, why would you hit me if you like me? How come you can't like smile or kiss me or so like something, that matches your feelings? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. I see what you said. That happens. That happens with the chicks that in school and even at work. Even at work, the chick to get touchy feely and hitting and punching and all that shit. You know, that's what they do. That's what they do. That's their
Hey,
indirect
Bernard.
way. Like
Hey,
women, they not gonna approach like dude like when shit to bring up MGTOW dictionary again. He was saying women will approach you if they like you. It's very rare, but they might do some extremely indirect, subtle shit to let you know that they feeling you. Go ahead, wise man. You was about to say something.
no, I was about to say, brother, I gotta go, man. I got work and stuff to do, but I'm gonna send you some ends, man, and appreciate the show.
Hey, appreciate you. Thanks for coming up. And I think I'm about to roll up out of this
Yeah,
joint
man, I'm
as
gone, man. Thanks
well.
for having me, Bernard.
Yep, yep. Thanks for coming on up. Thanks for coming on up. And Ben, thanks. You ain't been on the panel in a while, if I
Yeah,
ain't
it's
mistaken.
it's
So
it's been a minute.
it's been a minute. So yeah, I was
Thanks for
glad
letting me
to.
come up though. I'm about to
Oh
head out
yeah,
too.
anytime, anytime. But
Peace, brother.
all right, yeah. I want to formally thank everybody who came out tonight on this impromptu live stream. This nightly night. I don't even know what the fuck to call it, but I came on that night. I don't do this. Platinum Elite in the building. I see you down there. What's up, Platinum? Your channel been kind of jumping a little bit lately. Been jumping a little bit. You had some had some shit going on over there. So shout out to you. Shout out to you. I see you. See you doing your thing. See you doing your thing. And wise man in the building, as he said, came through with a super chat. Appreciate that. But all right, y'all, we about to get up on out of here. I'd like to thank everybody who came through. Hit the like button. Anybody new who subscribed. Anybody who shared it. Anybody who hit the super chat or nobody hit the cash app tonight. That's all right, everybody. A lot of few people hit the super chat. I appreciate that. Y'all know what it is. It's all love. I'll be back tomorrow at my normal time. I will be hopping on. Somebody, the Black Wolfing said, at the darkest night, he says, grown man advice. Oh, okay. I thought you was talking about something else. My bad. But I'll be hopping on tomorrow at my regular time. Clue came through with another one. He says, good show. I'll check out all the old shows. Oh, for sure. Thanks. That's a lot of shows to check out. A lot of marathons mixed in there. But we about to get up out of here, y'all. Peace.